Good evening, everybody. Hi. Hello. Welcome to Momo 2014. I know you'll be very patient. Thank you. Intel's going to come up and say a few words. As one of our sponsors. So, Mohammed, please come up and just the words.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight, and hopefully you guys had enough to drink and not too much to drink. I don't know if my partner Andrew, where did he run away to? Did he announce the prize? Alright, so we're going to be giving away a prize draw a little bit later. So while I go through my, 42 slides, while I go through 42 slides, there'll be a question that'll come out of it. It's really nifty 2-in-1 device. Say yeah, everybody clap. Alright, so you're probably wondering what Intel's doing here at this event. Well, I happen to know Andrew for a very long time, and he said, hey, you want to come out and have a few free drinks on the company? I said, sure, why not? No, I'm just joking. So we're here for AfricaCom, and who's here for AfricaCom? Who's here for free drinks? So, you guys know Intel, we've been in the business for many years, traditionally a hardware company. Most people know that we make PCs and chips and things like that. But something that I also didn't know is that we do a lot of other things. We have an entire software division that works across various different pillars, programs, whether it's IoT, RealSense or gesture communication, Windows development, Android development, back-end cloud, HPC stuff, and that's just software. Then there's the entire telco and mobile industry that needs to be engaged. So coming to Cape Town, coming to regions like Cape Town and other vicinities in South Africa, we try to, find out what's going on in the ecosystem besides what we've been doing. And we find hubs, we find innovation partners, incubation partners, app development communities, and we're trying to engage with some of these entrepreneurs and individuals and seeing how we can grow the ecosystem in places like Khayelitsha and Tiger Valley and various other regions in Cape Town and Johannesburg as well, and eventually we'll get to KwaZulu-Natal. But that's some of the things we've been trying to do and hopefully we'll continue to do. I've met a lot of interesting people here tonight, and some of the things you guys are doing is awesome, and I hope to hopefully talk to you more about it, and find myself and some of the other Intel people here. Hopefully they have some of their business cards and they're not drinking, so they can speak to you in a proper manner and not in a lurid speech like myself. But I'm going to hand back over to Andrew, and hopefully you guys enjoy yourselves.
Thanks, Mohammed, and thanks Intel. I'll go through some of the how to win the prizes just now. But again, thanks for your patience. I know a bit of a late start. It's Cape Town after all. But again, really thanks a lot everyone for coming out tonight. It's the Eve of AfricaCom. It's our third big event that we've done in Cape Town, and this seems to be getting bigger and better every year. So I'd like to again thank the sponsors for sponsoring us. Without them, there would be no party, no event. So really big round of applause. Thanks to our sponsors. Thank you very much. Thank you. I also want to thank all my colleagues at Momo. Again, without them, we all do it for the love of the game. It's a non-profit, so everything you see here tonight, the big build-up to this event, is due to their hard efforts. Sarah from Collective Networks, standing over here, was responsible for this venue, this beautiful venue. Thank you very much, Sarah, for organising this. Nice views. I'm going to actually thank my co-chair, John Hula. As you know, he's not next to me. He's actually back in Joburg. But yeah, I'd like to thank him for all his effort as well. So in his absence, thanks John for your efforts as well. Tube, wherever you are, give us a shout out. Tube, thank you very much. Liron, thank you as well. Again, without my committee members, I would never be able to do this job on my own, and it's a real team effort. So I wanted to say there's 3 prizes. There's 2 Huawei P7s and the lovely device over there from Intel. Hashtag Momo2014, the best tweet. Okay, John is back there in Joburg monitoring the tweets. So he'll be selecting the best tweet that comes out. So tweet away, and while you're tweeting away, we'll select it afterwards. So I'm not going to say any more because I think we're all here to listen to a really awesome man. He's inspired me. He's been coming to this country. We brought him here in 2003. We've been good friends ever since. And I've been wanting to come to MoMA and speak for us for a long time. So we're very, very blessed and very lucky to have Mr. Tommy O'Hernan speaking for us tonight. Tommy, come on up.
So, smile. It's Mobile Monday. Oh wow, what's with the very bright light? I was standing in front of the presentation. So hold on. It's supposed to be. There we are. It's Monday. So yes. Tommy is the crazy guy in the hat. Only reason I wear the hat is so it's easy for you to find me afterwards. So I came here not to show you slides. I came here to talk to you. But they wanted me to show some slides. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening in mobile. Some kind of magical, cool, weird things. So yeah. I'm Tommy Ahonen. I'm an ambassador, global ambassador for Mobile Monday. And many of you know Jari, but not all of you know Jari Tammisto. So this is Jari. He's here. Oops, what's happening with my slides? So this is Jari. This is Jari here, the ugly guy. This is Rolf Simon from Mobile Entertainment Forum. This is Gary Schwartz, famous author. And then there's of course James Bond standing there with them. This is me with the Momo car. So the official Momo Audi we had for 1 week, but wonderful Ferrari red, and you can see the Mobile Monday logo that we had on it. So if I drive a car like this, then of course Jari drives a car like this. So that yes, he always has to be like one step faster than me. And anyway, but yes, sends his regards and so forth. So much Momo promotion. Honestly, it's a pleasure to be here. I want to meet all of you. I want to talk with all of you. I will be here at the very last drinks and switching cards with you and I want to know what you do and how can I help you. And if you're a wonderful success, I want to stick you into my next book. So you have to really convince me and tell me what you're doing and why you're here and what, clever things that are on your mind. Let's look at the numbers. We know this. South Africa knows you've been ahead of this curve for a long time. But globally, this year, we hit the mobile moment. Today, there are more mobile subscriptions than there are human beings on the planet. Those of you who are not hardcore mobilistas might be surprised at how big the difference is between credit cards, between bank accounts, within televisions, within cars, within radios, within internet, within PCs, within fixed landlines. There's nothing that comes close to mobile. There are more mobile phones than there are people using toothbrushes because there are more mobile phones than people who have access to running water. There are more mobile phones than there's electricity. People will actually take their mobile phone and ship it to the next village to be recharged and then bring it back home. Mobile phones exceed the need for pen and paper. We have plenty of people in Africa who are illiterate, but they still use their mobile phone. There has never been a technology like mobile is today. Nothing comes close. And how about that $10 iPhone? I was the first person to argue that all phones will become smartphones. And I gave this calculation several times. The latest version I did was in 2010. I took the most advanced super phones of the year 2010 on the planet. This was the iPhone 4, this was the Nokia N8, this was the Samsung Galaxy, the BlackBerry Bold. If you took the specs of the most expensive flagship from year 2010, and then you apply Moore's Law for 9 years in a row, those specs will cost $10 in the summer of 2019. That means, I don't mean that Apple will sell us an iPhone for $10, of course not. Because Apple will pull cool stuff into the next iPhone, will have wireless charging, then it will read our mind, then it will have teleportation, and then iPhone 11 will have, time travel. So it will always cost, $700, $800, $900. It's not going to be $10. But a company like Huawei will of course give us these exact same specs, and they will give us that phone that costs $10 that everyone can use. So this is coming, this is happening. The interesting thing is that I'm committed on this slide on a schedule. If this is true, in 2014, this Christmas, the planet should be seeing smartphones of these specs. 3G, 3.5-inch touchscreen, Wi-Fi, GPS, 8 megapixel camera. You should be able to buy that phone this Christmas for $75 without subsidy, somewhere on the planet, if my theory holds true. How close are we to this? How close are we? This is China today. May of this year, we have this phone for $81.
No kidding.
There's a Yaju G2F that does exact specs of an iPhone 4 today in China for $81. That means absolutely for a fact, you can buy this phone for $75, these type of specs, for $75 by this December. The theory holds 100% true. I'm completely convinced we will hit that $10 smartphone by the end of this decade. And that means that no feature phones will ever be made again. How about that consumer and the mobile phone? Did you catch this statistic? We've all memorized the 150 number that Tommy was promising. We look at our mobile phone 150 times a day. Not anymore. Brand new numbers from England for smartphone users. The average person looks at their mobile phone 221 times per day. How many read a newspaper 221 times a day? How many times do you turn on your television 221 times per day? You go to your laptop 221 times a day. You look at your wristwatch 220. No, there's no technology, anything like this. That means that we are looking at our mobile phone once every 4 minutes and 18 seconds of every hour that we are awake. As I'm speaking to you, you have to go into your pocket still 7 times right now. Just not paying attention to silly Tommy. There we go. What do we do with them? Africa knows what is SMS. Americans don't. This came as a total shock to Americans. Just now, a brand new study of 7,000 American teenagers. America, the home of Facebook. Look at the difference. SMS to voice calls. Only 1/3 of American teenagers even use their mobile phone to make a call, but everyone uses SMS. And compared to Facebook, look at this. If you reach Facebook, the second most used feature on your mobile phone, if you reach every teenager on Facebook and then you enable SMS, you reach a 43% larger audience in America. Home of Facebook. America lagging South Africa in SMS use. This is much bigger in South Africa. All of Africa, of course we are an SMS nation, an SMS continent. So this is still the future today. And does it ruin our children? No, it doesn't. I have good news for you. The first university study that proves it won't ruin their grammar and it will actually help them. I'm sorry, it won't ruin their spelling and it will help their grammar. Parents in this room, don't be afraid to give mobile phones to your kids. It will not ruin them. Their grammar will actually get better and their spelling will remain as good, even though they learn the short code of writing very efficiently on messaging. How about this? Has to be some sex in Tommy's slides. 10% of us send sex messages while having sex. Sorry guys, yes, I know. How about this? 1/4 of us snoop inside the phone of our partners, our husbands, our wives. 1/4 of us do it. When do they do it? They do it when you're in the shower. Take your mobile phone with you to the shower. Take it with you. She's snooping inside, he's snooping inside. Brand new numbers, this is just global truth. But let's do, this is a little bit more practical. This is honestly serious. From New Zealand. Vodafone reported out of all New Zealand mobile phone users, not young people, not smartphone users, out of all New Zealand population, more than 1/3 have been in a situation where they had an argument. And they went into their pocket to resolve that argument. This is us. This is us. We do this, our geeks. But if it's 1/3 of the total population, it is also your parents, it's your uncles, it's your sisters and brothers. We are moving into an information age. What does it mean when the truth is in our pocket? The truth is in our pocket. Build services around these insights. Deliver this value, teach your customers to take advantage of this. We all do it because we're geeks. Normal people are starting to do this. How does that change our relationship with information and facts? So, mobile and media. We know mobile is the first media here on the African continent. The 7 mass media theory was to explain the difference between the internet and mobile. Mobile is as different from the internet as television is different from radio. They're both broadcast media, but television does everything that radio can do, but television does many things you cannot do on radio. Exactly the same is true of mobile. Mobile is a digital interactive media just like the internet, but we all know you have to mobile optimize. Mobile is different. It is not the same as the internet. I was a radical when I argued this. Now, the beauty that came out of this are the 9 unique benefits of mobile. Mobile has 9 unique benefits you cannot do in print, you cannot do on radio, you cannot do on television, you cannot do on radio with cinema, with television, with internet, with DVDs, with digital satellite, anything else. 9 unique abilities on which you can create satisfied customers, where you can create better services, where you can create tremendous advertising, wonderful government services, wonderful healthcare services, wonderful education services, and so forth. This is the power of mobile. Where is that taking us? It takes us into convergence. We know again in Africa, it is no secret, that in digital convergence, the center point is mobile. Digital convergence merges into mobile. I've been looking at these different industries and monitoring which of the industries will become 100% digital and therefore 100% mobile. These industries are not every industry on the planet. Mining, big for South Africa, is not here. We still need real people to go into the mines to dig. We cannot mine them with, Samsung Galaxies. But I have moved these arrows into the circle to show you how much they have already experienced the pain of mobile. This gets interesting. If you want to consider your career, your department, your company, your investment, this is the map, digital map into our future. Here you can see where the competitors are and how far they have understood mobile. So I would not suggest that you would try to invent a new camera business. The camera business has been essentially destroyed already by Nokia and Samsung and Huawei and all the handset makers who have become the majority of cameras. Telecoms has done pretty much of its transition already to mobile. There isn't very much left there. But how about all these guys here, who are just new to mobile, who are just starting to discover it? They need your guidance. That is an excellent opportunity for you to go and partner. You might want to cannibalize their business and steal it from them. Or if you are in those businesses, you better increase your budget on mobile real fast and bring in some competence to come and help you survive before you go the way of some of the camera makers went. So, a few examples. Let's take a look at print. The swimsuit issue from Sports Illustrated. One of the first examples that discovered the click to buy button at the end of the catalog. So you see the pretty girls in swimsuits. Download the swimsuits for free onto your mobile phone. Every teenage boy wants this. Last link on the last page is if you would like the video version of this, click here to buy. First edition cost in 2009. The first edition cost $1.99. 10% of the boys who downloaded this free app bought the paid version. Has it been a success? Today, the latest version costs $7.99. If only 10% of them downloaded, I'm guessing it's more, but Sports Illustrated doesn't give us the number. If only 10% of them downloaded it, they made $400,000. Just on getting us to download the video version of the catalog that the boys had already downloaded. So, what can we do on the internet? You see what we are doing with Wikipedia and USSD. How simple is this? We just go and star hashtag, here we go, and throughout Africa you can have access to Wikipedia for free. How beautiful is this? This is one of these things that almost anyone outside of the continent of Africa, they don't even know how to spell USSD, right? But you know what it is. I was just here earlier, I noticed Vodacom has, for example, some video games that you can now play on USSD. You had asked me 2 months ago, I would have said that's impossible. But I mean, that really the power of what we can do with this is absolutely amazing. How about broadcast? In India, here we have the please call me service. You all know please call me because everyone in South Africa has received a please call me message. In India, they did it with missed calls so that you can have missed call originating media content. So this is Salman, what's his name? Salman Khan. He's a famous Bollywood actor. I don't watch Bollywood movies, but anyway, famous Bollywood actor. He tells free jokes for you every day. For you to sign up for free jokes, just place the missed call to this phone number and they will start sending jokes for you from today on every day. This is sponsored by the detergent, so it's sponsored by Wheel. It's like Omo detergent. So what happens to your sales? You've got all these kind of downloads. Of course, it's India. Detergent sales not doubled, but up 300%. This is the power of mobile. This is what we can do. How about advertising? From Guatemala, they have a sporting shoe store that sells like Nike, Adidas, Reebok running shoes. They geolocated, tagged the competitor stores. The moment you walk into your competitor store, you get a message on your mobile phone saying, oh Tommy, I notice you are inside my competitor store. You're probably buying shoes. Let me bring you back to my store and I will make it worth your while. I will give you 100% discount if you can make now to the store. It's a countdown clock. Now it's 99% discount. Hurry Tommy, it's 98%. Hurry to the store. The top guy, fastest runner, got the discount of 89%. This guy, everyone in his family gets running shoes for Christmas, right? But hey, it was never possible before to hijack your customer from inside your competitor store. Imagine being at Hungry Lion. You are ready to buy some chicken and suddenly you get an offer from KFC next door saying that come to my store and buy chicken instead. I mean, this is the future of marketing. So what if we start merging these? Did you see what is happening in Dubai? Coca-Cola is now helping people who are working in the construction industry over from Pakistan who don't have much money to call home. Whenever you buy a Coca-Cola bottle, you can use the bottle top as money on a payphone. So you just put in every time you buy a Coca-Cola, you get 2 minutes of free time to talk to Pakistan. I mean, beautiful. But we are now in this digital space. We are now bringing elements which are not digital. But Coca-Cola's not done. Look what they are doing in South Africa. I mean, in South Korea. In South Korea, they combined advertising with social media, with telecoms, and with money. They offer something they call Coke Play. Whenever you buy Coca-Cola products, you collect Coke Play points. So it's a loyalty program. It is also interactive advertising. Wherever you see Coca-Cola advertising, you can collect Coke Play points, of course. But you also have a treasure hunt in Seoul, the capital of South Korea. Wherever you find one of these treasures, you get Coke Play points. And then look at this. You can win points by dancing. You run out of airtime, you can refill your airtime by dancing. Because it's not only that you can buy Coca-Cola products, you can use Coke Play to pay for your apps, to pay for your ringtones, to pay for your downloads, to pay for your videos, and to buy airtime. Top up your mobile phone by dancing. Notice what Coca-Cola has done in South Korea. Coca-Cola has invented its own money. They have launched its own currency. Winning all kind of awards around the world. This will spread everywhere. You think mobile money is big over in Kenya? Come on, when Coca-Cola gets involved, it's going to be massive. So, that's what we're looking at, grand convergence, but you recognize all these other industries beyond the digital industries are also involved. We know perfectly well that Google is developing the intelligent car, and we've got all these things in retail and hotel and travel and education and so forth that are also trying to come steal our money or to capture our opportunity, or it's an opportunity for us to partner with them and bring them in. So let me show you a couple of examples. In Kenya, examination preparation. We have an app that will let you study an SMS-based service that will let you study for the national exams that high school students have to take. I love the fact that we have now measured the difference. So, any teen high school student can use these services alone and they get a 5% improvement in their exam performance on average. If the teacher gets involved, the improvement is even better. Then the improvement is 11% in the national exams. Now, if I was a parent and I learned about this, I would immediately go tell my principal that, come on, please, we need to do mobile, assistance to our students and help them do better. If this is how much they learn. With the teacher's involvement, they learn 11% more. How about this? MMA statistics from New York, half of Americans have been inside a retail store ready to buy, found something on their mobile phone and walked out of the store. Half of Americans, 49% have already experienced this situation, ready to buy and then checking their phone and suddenly deciding, oops, actually there's a cheaper price in another store. Or oops, this has some bad reviews. Or oops, there's a new version coming next, I'm not going to buy this old one. Or whatever. Half have already experienced this. What can we do with this? Example from Finland, the Adidas store. They have now made their store displays 24-hour interactive using HTML. So that anything you see in the store window, you can actually purchase without walking into the store. Beautiful. Now, some people make those purchases, but the interesting thing is, if you make your window display interactive, you get more walk-in traffic into your store. This is modern shopping. This is what we want. And then we come into the store to see what else you have. So this is just, the beauty. And then partnering. Did you hear this about Uber and Starbucks? In London, if you buy a Starbucks latte or a Frappuccino, Uber, the taxi company, will drive you to the nearest Starbucks to have it for free. Isn't this awesome? So that the kind of opportunities we have are absolutely awesome. Where I take it next, mobile is not only the magical money-making machine, mobile is the magical measurement machine. Yes, obviously we can measure our mobile behavior. Like Globo in Brazil, so it's like Naspers here in South Africa, so the biggest media house. So their mobile, they can measure the behavior when their own visitors come to their own website and how many times they are there and what they do there. This is obvious, this is normal. But you should recognize that the mobile has sensors that we are underutilizing. Look, for example, this example coming from Sweden. Doremir service. Any musicians in this room? Where's our musician? Any musicians in this room? Imagine this. You can sing and the system automatically writes your notes. This is magic. This is pure magic. It will take any music, any recorded music, any live singing, anything, and automatically transcribe the music notes for you. This was never possible before. By listening the microphone on the mobile phone and the logic that is inside this app. How about this for the camera? Ladies might enjoy this. Men will enjoy the picture. You can use a selfie camera to measure your bra size correctly. Now, I'm a man, I don't understand this problem, but Fast Company just reported that 80% of ladies wear the wrong bra size because it is so intrusive and so embarrassing and so cumbersome to have your bra correctly measured. All you need now to do is to get this app, go and take a couple of selfie pictures in the privacy of your own bedroom when nobody else is seeing, and you get exactly your correct bra size measured. You don't have to buy their apps, because now you know, their bras, because now you know exactly your correct bra size, and you can go to any Victoria's Secret or wherever and buy the correct bra size. Magical measurement machine. So you don't like bras? How about trees? Trestimo in Finland offers you the chance to measure your forest by taking pictures of your trees. The only other way forest management could measure trees before was to send the forest managers to physically count their trees. Look at the statistics. It is 12 times faster and 2.5 times more accurate than human measurement. Is to take pictures with your camera phone and then have those calculated by the system, and you know what your forest is worth right now, and should we be cutting it or not, and so forth. So, what can we do with this? brand new information from Twitter. Twitter is now trusting our mobile phone so much, it lets us use our mobile phone number as the identity for signing on to any Twitter apps. It is the nearest thing to a global social security number. It is truly unique to us. The power of this magical measurement machine is totally untested yet. So, I am here because of you. I want to meet you. If any of you like these slides, remove my name, tell your boss tomorrow that you had a brilliant idea last night and make a big success for you. Then when you have your hollowed out James Bond Volcano Island and you want to invite me for a wonderful whiskey, 5 years from now, then we will celebrate your success. I honestly am here to meet you. Please come and talk to me. Tommy's the guy in the hat. If you want my books, thank you. If you want my books, I've written 12 books, 11 of them cost you money, but one of them is free. So go to lulu.com, get the Insider's Guide in mobile. It's a 2-year-old book, but it's got all the almost very relevant statistics today. There's a chapter on mobile money, there's a chapter on mobile media, there's a chapter on mobile advertising, there's a chapter on mobile messaging, there's a chapter on the digital divide, looking at what is the situation in Africa and so forth. So, free book, 350-page PDF. If you like it, share it with your friends and colleagues. So, I want to end with a little bit of magic. A piece of magic from London. If you go to London and you see a statue of, Nelson's column, or you see, Sherlock Holmes, or you see, Queen Elizabeth, or Nelson Mandela, etc., the statues all now talk. They have actors, current actors who came and spoke in the voice of that character in the statue. All you need is QR code, bring your mobile phone next to it, or NFC, etc., and click to it and listen to the statue talk. Magical. Again, interactive in terms of statues. Or how about this? If you're a lady, or maybe you're a man who likes to wear makeup, now you have an augmented reality intelligent mirror on your selfie camera, using your picture and your current makeup on how does that lipstick work for you because of this eyeshadow that you already have put on, etc. To see the real effect so you can test the makeup before you put it on. Magical, beautiful, wonderful. So, I end my last thought is a thought from Chetan Sharma, another one of our great friends and dear friends. Chetan said, the world will change more in the next 10 years than it changed in the previous 100 years. In the previous 100 years, we went from we got things like radio and television and jet engines and radars and nuclear power and rockets and satellites and computers and the internet and mobile. Chetan says in the next 10 years, the world will change more. It will be driven by mobile. You understand this instinctively because you study this area and it makes sense to you. The people working for you do not. Your bosses do not. Your team does not. They need your guidance and your help to navigate the troubled times that are in the future. But if you navigate that well, you will make big success out of this, because South Africa is such a vibrant area in mobile. That's what I have prepared for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Really amazing. Always great to hear you speak. Do you want any questions? Anyone want to ask a question of Tommy? I'll take a couple of questions.
What's going to happen to battery time?
Battery time, okay. Do you want to talk about batteries, Tommy?
Charging, power, energy.
Good question about battery time. Moore's law applies to our computer chip. The mobile phone gets faster, it doubles in computing power every 18 months. Batteries do not develop that fast. It will be a pain problem for us into the foreseeable future, where the mobile phone battery development will never keep up with how fast the chips become, how much more memory we can put in them, and how clever the programmers can squeeze ever more cool things to do them. So no easy solution coming soon. If you solve electricity problems, I like to say human needs are two. We need connectivity and electricity. So if you can provide any kind of electricity solutions in any way to let people recharge in your store, in your bank, in whatever you're doing, people will love you for it.
Thanks for that question. Anyone else got another one? Glenn Stein.
So you said that in the next
by the end of the decade, there'll be 10 smartphones, and maybe there'll be batteries that can last for a week, if we really wish. But the biggest barrier to entry into the global information is data access. What are your thoughts on prices?
Yes. So even though we get smartphones which are cheap, now we have the biggest problem is data access. We have, not only do we have problems with high-speed data not being available everywhere, but throughout Africa and many places, many other parts of the planet, the pricing plans are so severe that people cannot afford to get data access even if they had a clever phone in their pocket. Here again, on the one hand, we have a general trend that the price per megabit per second is coming down. It's not low enough, but it is coming down. So that in that sense, we need to push now our operators and please beg them, come on, give us cheaper prices, give us better pricing plans, etc. Roll out those faster networks for us so that we as an industry can have that. This is not a unique problem for South Africa. It is a slow trend to better. Even with that, there is no better alternative. There's nothing that is more efficient way to deliver. We cannot put copper into the ground or pull fiber into every home in Africa. That is completely impractical. The second part of that is that if we can, we should unload some of the traffic. If we can do things like Wi-Fi hotspots and things like that so that people, when they have their smartphones, they can then connect that way, do part of their surfing that way. More and more trade stuff with micro SD cards and things like that as workarounds, because everything will not be high speed, fast and cheap soon. Eventually it will be, but not soon.
Thanks, Glenn. I think one more question. If anyone's got anything else to ask. Okay. No. Okay, so obviously everyone's, thank you again, Tommy. Thank you very much for coming all this way.